Hello, welcome to One African Mission with your brother Dobia Anzanse. Please, if you are new here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, One African Mission, and also follow us on Facebook, One African Mission. We are missionaries. We are on a mission, and our mission is to dismantle the colonial borders in Africa. Our mission is to bring an end to the Berlin Conference petition of Africa. So we are on a mission, just asking Leopold send his missionaries to go to Congo, our country, to go and prepare the ground for his people to move in to colonize our country or our continent. It is the same thing. We are on a mission, and our mission is to go to the ground, prepare the minds of the African citizen, to conscientize their minds to see the need for a united Africa, because we believe that it is only a united Africa that can bring back our dignity as African people. It is only a united Africa that can bring back our bring back our respect as African people. If we are not united, nobody is going to respect us, because we can never have power as long as we are divided. United, we stand; divided, we fall, as our forefathers told us. So, as we're talking about getting back our dignity, let's go and watch this video about the president of South Africa on their way, when the African delegation was on their way to Kiev and then Moscow. What Poland, the authorities in Poland, put the security of the president of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, at risk. And they deliberately did that because they were told to do that. And we entitled this Arrogant Poland Try to Be Who They Are Not. Because that, if anybody who know Poland or the people of Poland will know how arrogant and how they want to be racist. Because to them, that makes them feel special. They want to be racist everywhere you found Polish people. I had a Polish friend, a colleague friend at work, who told me, a very good friend, who told me that in Poland, they are trained to be racist. They are trained to be racist, especially towards African people. And for whatever reason, I don't know, because we Africans, we have never done anything wrong with them. We have never have any, like, they didn't colonize Africa. We never colonized them. We have never been in a war with them. But she was a very sincere colleague at work, and then she said to me, sincerely, Polish people, and she doesn't understand why they are like that. You know, in every society there are some people who are good, and this was a very good lady. She doesn't understand why Polish people are like that. So even because of that, she doesn't really want to associate herself with her own people, because she know how racist they are. So me, when I saw this video about the treatment the Polish authorities treated the security of President Ramaphosa, I wasn't surprised. But my question is, where is our Ubuntu as African people? Because Poland know that if they do this to our leaders, nothing is going to happen. And if their leadership can do this to our leadership, you can imagine what the citizens of Poland will also be acting towards an African citizen. And this is the reason why we want our dignity back as African people. Because if our leaders can be treated like that, imagine the kind of treatment we will get. The Polish leadership cannot do this, cannot treat anybody, even from the Middle East, like this. They wouldn't dare put their filthy fingers on the face of the leadership of Saudi Arabia or Qatar or China. The Chinese president was out there. Did they do that? Why Africa? It is because we are not united. It is because they know if they put their filthy fingers on our face, nothing's gonna happen to them. And that was the reason why they did that. They put the security of the president in jeopardy for 24 hours or for 12 hours. If I stand to be corrected, they wouldn't allow the president security to move. They intentionally detained them. And who is Poland, first of all? But let's watch, let's go and watch, see the video, come back, and then we don't have much to say.
In our lead story at this hour, a diplomatic row has broken out following the Polish government's refusal to allow President Cyril Ramaphosa's security personnel to disembark in Warsaw. The head of the Presidential Protection Unit, General Wally Rhoder, has accused the Polish government of trying to sabotage the African peace mission to Ukraine and Russia. Meanwhile, President Ramaphosa and the presidents of Zambia, Senegal and the Comoros have traveled to the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv, by train, while the presidents of Congo, Brazzaville, Egypt and Uganda have sent their representatives. Now, they are due to meet Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky today.
President Ramaphosa will enter Ukrainian land Kyiv with thin security as his special forces security is prevented from disembarking in Warsaw Airport in Poland. The aircraft transporting over 100 security personnel with heavy gunfire was prevented from entering Poland without original permits for their weapons. Flyover permits for some countries were also an issue, as the aircraft had to turn in circles for an hour before entering Italian airspace, with a flyover permit being the issue. General Wally Rhoder, the head of the Presidential Protection Services, says the Polish government is sabotaging President Ramaphosa and other African presidents' road to peace mission.
When he tried for 4 hours to get to here, she was strip searched. It never happened that we have strip searched anyone with a diplomatic passport just to get us out of here. Right? Now they say we don't have permits. We have permits. The only difference is now they say we can't bring a copy of a permit. We must bring the original. Now some of us have original permits. Right? The embassy here printed permits, because I thought it's not necessary to have the originals here.
Rhoder says the mission is to prevent President Ramaphosa from entering Ukraine with his security. The Presidential Protection Services head has accused the Polish authorities of delaying tactics, pandering into the geopolitical arena.
Now all of a sudden we must have originals. They are delaying us, right? They're putting out the life of our president in jeopardy.
The South African delegation has had hassles with the Polish government. Wally Rhoder, the head of the Presidential Protection Unit, says they're being sabotaged by the Polish government. They can't offload their heavy machinery and weapons to go protect President Ramaphosa in Kyiv, thus putting the president's security at risk. The Presidential Protection Unit saying no taxpayers' money was wasted, and the Polish government stripped naked one of the female senior representatives of the Presidential Protection Unit, showing how racist and how they're intent on sabotaging the South African government and President Ramaphosa. Samkela Masego reporting live from Poland in Warsaw.
Yes, so as you can see, according to the reporter, they even strict a security of the president naked to show how racist they are. And as I said, I am not surprised, because everywhere you meet a Polish person, that is how they are. So I am not surprised. But the thing is, what consequence would they bear for doing that? Are they going to just do this and then come back and say it's a diplomatic mistake, it's a communication mistake and all that, and then and it just everything will just go like that? Because if I could recall, just last year, if I could recall, the president of Poland was in Africa. He was in Africa begging for energy, because when the Russia-Ukraine war started, they didn't have access to Russian energy again. So he was in Africa. So if Poland, the president of Poland was in Africa begging for energy, and the next day he is treating an African leader like this, what should we do as African people? It's about time we stand for each other. The Ubuntu spirit, we must rekindle that. You are because I am. If you touch one of us, you touch all of us. Because the days that your problem is not my problem as an African, It should be long gone. We should bring an end to that. And that is the only way we can have our dignity. Because if Poland know that, if they did that to one of our leaders, all of us will stand against them. They wouldn't have done that. Because as I said, let's get this from I don't know. I think is it Al Jazeera or which network put it up? Duda, that is the president of Poland, is in Nigeria. That was last year. Duda is in Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Senegal for first visit by a Polish president to West Africa, African states. He wasn't going there because he wanted. It's just a first visit. He was going there because he needed something. He was going there because he needed a president. Duda is today in Ivory Coast on the second leg of a visit to West Africa that began yesterday in Nigeria. He will conclude in Senegal, as well as discussing energy cooperation. What energy cooperation? What energy does he have that he will have discussed energy cooperation with us? He was there to beg for energy, especially in Senegal, and countering Russia propaganda. He intends to listen to the voice of Africa. Energy and food security were the main topics of Duda meeting with his Nigerian counterpart. So this guy, he was in Africa. This arrogant guy or arrogant nation was in Africa looking for food and for energy. And the next day, they will follow the Western, their masters, because that is how Poland is. That is how the Western world is using them against other people. And they feel so special because they have been used by the West. Because all this rubbish thing that they did to our president, our South African president, was because the Western world has asked them to do that. And they are so proud to do that. So he was in Africa the other day, begging for energy and food. And the next day, this is what he decided to do this is what Poland decided to do to one of us. And as I said, they did that because they think there wouldn't be any consequence. And this is about time we make it hard for people to disrespect us. We should have been, all African countries should have summoned the leader, the ambassadors of Poland, to ask them as to why would they decide to treat one of them like that. This is the Ubuntu spirit. This is what we know of ourselves. Not that one of us is being disrespected, one of us has been treated like that, and we are all quiet because it is not me. If it is not you today, it is going to be you tomorrow. If Poland can disrespect the president of South Africa today, tomorrow Romania will do the same thing. Just as Romania ambassador was calling our African delegation in Kenya monkeys. So if we don't stand together, these people will continue to disrespect us. And this is the reason why we are calling for a united Africa. Because it is only a united Africa that can give us the strength that we deserve or we want as African people. So please join our mission, One Africa Mission. Let us all together bring our energies to fight for this unification of Africa, because it is only a united Africa, as I keep saying. The founding fathers of America saw the need of unity, the power in unity, the strength in unity. That was the reason why they had to fight a civil war to bring a united America, United States of America. And today, America is using that strength to bully everybody, including we, the Africans, that they need more than we need them. And the only way we can, as well as counter them, is to unite Africa. And a united Africa, I can guarantee you, within 1 to 2 decades, will rule this world forever. I thank you very, very much for coming around. Until we meet again, please subscribe, like, and share. Pass your comments. Let us know what you think. What can we do as African people to bring this unification of Africa, to bring an end to the suffering of the African race? I thank you very much for coming around.